Hello everyone, this is Robin Warder, and we've got a very special announcement to make. The Trail Went Cold is finally about to be launched on Patreon. Now, since so many other true crime podcasts are already available on Patreon, many of you are probably already familiar with how it works. But if not, here's a quick refresher. Releasing a weekly podcast is a very rewarding experience, but it can also be costly and time-consuming. However, by signing up with Patreon and pledging as little as $1 per month, you can help us with such expenses as production costs, web hosting, research, and promotion of the show. But most importantly, your support will allow you to receive some very cool rewards from us, as well as access to exclusive bonus content. You can almost consider the whole process to be like joining a Trail Went Cold fan club. Now, we've spent a long time preparing our Patreon launch because we want to offer some very unique bonus rewards which you probably won't find on any other podcast. We have 3 separate tiers you can sign up for on Patreon, and in honor of our favorite TV show, we've named each tier after a category from Unsolved Mysteries. For starters, there's Tier 1, which we have named Lost Loves. You can sign up to pledge only $1 per month, and in exchange, you will have a personalized thank you card signed by yours truly sent to you, accompanied by some Trail Went Cold stickers. Like everyone who has ever donated to us over these past 2 years, anyone who signs up for Patreon will get a shoutout on the first episode of every month. Our second tier is named The Unexplained, and this is where you can start gaining access to the new exclusive bonus content we'll be producing. For pledging $5 per month, you will get all the rewards offered in Tier 1, but you can also get access to a secret RSS feed. This will allow you to hear our weekly episodes at least one day before they're officially released, along with ad-free versions of all our existing episodes. But most importantly, this tier will include at least one bonus episode of The Trail Went Cold each month. I've already planned out our first bonus episode, and while it's a little different than what you would normally find on our podcast, I'm sure you'll get a big kick out of it. Until we release our first bonus episode, one reward we'll be offering right away to our Tier 2 donors is access to a 13-minute audio presentation I made in front of a class at Georgia State University last October. I was flattered to be invited to make a guest Skype appearance at a lecture taught by Laura Norton, host of the Fall Line podcast. The course studied unsolved cold cases, and the Trail Went Cold was sometimes used as a research tool, so I dropped in to chat about the Mary Shotwell Little case with the students. And incidentally, that course sounds like the coolest thing ever, and I'm sad there wasn't anything like this available back when I was in school. And now we move on to Tier 3, which we have named Final Appeal. For $10 per month, you will get all the bonus rewards offered in Tiers 1 and 2, in addition to some super exclusive bonuses, some of which is video content. Here's our most unique reward. You will instantly get access to an exclusive, never-before-seen video we produced way back in 2013. In case you don't know our origin story, The Trail Went Cold initially got its start as a YouTube video series called The Unsolved Mysteries Fanatic. The idea was that I would appear on camera to host this series while analyzing cases from Unsolved Mysteries and narrating over clips from the show. Well, long story short, our debut video was on YouTube for about half an hour before it was pulled, but we revisited this concept a few years later and turned it into a podcast called The Trail Went Cold, which is the best decision we've ever made. Our one episode of The Unsolved Mysteries Fanatic is very similar in structure to our first episode of The Trail Went Cold, except that I actually appear on camera doing the world's worst Robert Stack impression. So if you sign up for Tier 3, you'll be given exclusive access to watch this video from our Patreon page, and you'll be able to see how we evolved into the podcast we are today. We're also going to be offering some other video content in the future, as we plan to put together the occasional short, graphics-only video about obscure unsolved cold cases, kind of like the videos you would find on BuzzFeed Unsolved's YouTube channel. And since one of the most popular elements of The Trail Went Cold is Vince Nitro's music, we plan to offer our Tier 3 patrons exclusive access to his music tracks sometime in the near future, so stay tuned. And finally, should any of our Tier 3 donors request it, I will create personalized birthday messages for yourself or a family member or friend, done in the style of The Trail Went Cold's intro. For example, if your birthday is October 21st and you live in Ottawa, the message would start off with, October 21st, 1978, Ottawa, Ontario. Robin Warder checks his inbox and finds a mysterious, cryptic birthday message, and, well, you get the idea. And it doesn't end with birthdays, as I will also be available to provide personalized audio and video messages for any special occasion, done Trail Went Cold style. I'm sure there's a bunch of other creative bonus stuff we haven't even thought up yet, which may be added to Tier 3 sometime in the future. Anyway, I know some of you are already signed up for recurring monthly donations via PayPal. You'll not only get access to the rewards available in your tier, but you'll also get an exclusive thank you perk from me to show our gratitude for the recurring donations you have already made to the show. We'll be in touch with each and every one of you sometime soon. So in conclusion, we are very excited to finally be launching on Patreon, and we can't thank each and every one of you listeners enough for your outstanding support of our show these past 2 years. We would not have gotten as far as we have without you, and we hope you'll decide to support us on Patreon and allow us to provide you with even more amazing rewards to show our appreciation. So when it comes to finding our podcast on Patreon, I guess you could say, the trail has no longer gone cold. So to sign up, please visit patreon.com/thetrailwentcold. That's patreon.com/thetrailwentcold.